Hello everyone, welcome back to the Replay Studio. We are here with another episode of The Witcher, the penultimate episode, episode 7. Last time on The Witcher, another betrayal. Oh, Geralt. Shouldn't have trusted Yennefer. We knew that was coming, but as I mentioned, I don't think she will go through with it at the end of the day. I think she will have a bond with Ciri and, decide not to turn her over to the White Flame. Of course, as things come together now, I believe we're going to see a bit of revelation as far as who the White Flame is, and the connection with Emir and Dooney from season 1. So that I'm looking forward to, and should be quite interesting. And we would finally understand what the motivation for the White Flame is up until this point. Of course, there's a break in alliance within the White Flame himself between Fringilla and Cahir. Fringilla having found some purpose here with helping the elves and seeing the hope that they've brought, but Cahir still seems to believe very much that his duty isn't done, and that duty is, I guess, to march across the continent and just kill people, and I don't know to what end, Cahir, to what end. The story is definitely getting a bit interesting, and the Brotherhood, the Brotherhood is gonna be, they'll be in on everything now, because up until this point I think they've been following the politics but not the bigger picture in terms of why the events that have been happening and Ciri's involvement. But Trish now knows, and she's now I imagine she's feeling Tissaia, but Tissaia will take it to the Brotherhood as well at Artusa, and I don't know, guess we'll see what they do with the information. But knowing Stregobor, he's gonna use this to obtain more power in the court, because he's been chasing after these women and killing a lot of these women. I'm looking for the cursed child all along, and so he's gonna be out for blood and wanting to find Cirilla and kill her. Things are not looking great. Geralt now needs to go and find Yennefer and Ciri. Has no idea where they are, but he'll have to find them. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. Episode 7. Let's check it out. Oh, don't tell me they killed the... Okay, she's still alive. Okay.
Forgive me. These men were after Ciri.
Thought this place was supposed to be neutral. Guess they don't respect that.
You believe Yennefer means to harm the girl?
She could.
I wish Yennefer knew of the balance you spoke.
All she knows is power.
Sometimes we assume the worst because we fear to hope.
Give me my weapons. Does he know where they went?
The woman I love said she took me in. She was kind to me.
Oh, that's where the woman and their husband
I
were.
first heard your name. I was in this house.
Oh, horses out front.
The battle at Sodden was close. Maybe they fled.
Maybe.
Or they were killed because they were trying to find you. Yeah, I thought so. Ryan's found them.
I left months ago. Nobody knew I was here. Nobody.
Ooh.
If Nilfgaard's got him, they'll have kept Geralt alive to help track you down.
Oh,
They'll hold
he
him
wants to take
to
her
lure
there.
you there.
Where?
Yeah, she still wants to trade her over for power. Not quite that skilled yet.
Geralt will hold out as long as he can. We must go to Sintra.
What I don't understand is, whoever is leading both Yennefer and Ryan appears to be on the same side, so why are they opposing each other?
Then half-breeds, now spouses, sympathizers, pouring through our gates daily, virtually unchecked. A gift-wrapped opportunity courtesy of you.
We need to rebuild our army.
Do you have a better idea?
The elves did not muster for training this morning.
The celebration of the child's birth went late into the night. I will talk to them.
You are not their commander. She should remember that.
I despise that guy.
If the elves refuse to serve, let me deal with them. The generals will respect a strong hand. So will
Deal with them how? Can you even afford an all-out war with the elves right now? Yes, yeah.
To help you see.
How did he end up back in chains? Didn't they catch him peeping outside when Yennefer escaped? But he had no involvement in it.
Say another word and I'll cut your tongue out.
How is he locked up?
Cause you all too fucking mad.
Oh, found him.
Good sir, you would not know talent if I shoved it up your girl. Fucking Yaskia me, I'm talking to you. This is how this works.
I need your help.
Fine.
New friends, girls. You talk to Roach. This is normal.
With such a
Yeah,
wonderful
Fringilla is
distraction, I
coming
trust
with
you're
bad
aware
news,
that your
guys.
fighters failed to show this morning.
Celebrations are
Well,
over.
then I trust you'll make sure it never happens again.
Intended to fight for Nilfgaard. Francesca convinced me, but now she has given me a far better reason not to fight.
Oh? Well.
It's time for us to rebuild.
Great. I understand Phil, but I mean, this is what you agreed to. If you change your mind now, then what? What's the plan? So the elves are going back on their word.
You could see a threat
I
wherever
can't blame
else it
Fringilla
may.
for what she does
Not
next.
all of us
Then
have
I
your
mean,
soft spot for elves, Tisaya.
She's a co-chair
if
on
you
this
want
council. She
hope,
doesn't have
then
soft
you have to
spots.
make
Well,
tough
you know.
decisions. It's just reality.
Your tenure, Artorias, we no longer act on unfounded prejudice and rumors.
Which is why I find it so very hard to believe that you came here simply to share gossip.
What do you want, Dijkstra?
Yes, there are tales of many a strange stomach ailment this spring. All of them coming from up in the mountains, though.
What is your play, Dijkstra? Doesn't want him to focus on Sintra.
Will there be anything else? Dijkstra.
Look this way while
As
we
soon as
head
I
towards
disappeared, I knew my chances
Sintra
were
to
so
take over the
slim.
territory. But in either case, he's not someone who
I
ever
never
really
remember
shows his
thinking of
face unless he has to. So he
If
usually
you
has
want money
others
down
do his
test, if it
biddings
works,
for
your
him.
master will be here in an instant, I assure you.
Doubtful. Oh. That didn't go well.
Yup, and Zigrin. Your aim's gone to shit.
Oh,
If it isn't a
dwarves.
white fucking wolf in the
It's been a while. He was in
fucking
season
mouth.
1. Not you.
You ain't looking to join a crew yourself, are you? Be happy to have you as our sixth, even if you do smell like shite.
No thanks.
God, right now, Yarpin. And I need a horse.
I'm gonna tell you to shit twice and die. But we're on the trail, and you never refuse help on the trail. This mount's too big for us lot anyway.
The less people that know, the better. The best kind. I mean, you're beautiful, but you're no roach, okay? It'll have to do.
Come on, boys. The king can wait. We're going on an adventure.
Oh, it's like you'll have to go around or go through the water.
Where else can we cross?
Would not be smart.
Day's ride, we don't have that kind of. Let's see what your chaos can do. You can either be too strong to fail or too weak to try. You can do this, Siri.
Again, only knowledge from the games, but her abilities were never.
Repeat after me.
Her abilities were never really.
That's it. Now repeat.
No, it's to be working.
Zaleb in Yulishi. Zaleb in
I don't know about this. Oh,
That's enough.
blood.
I can do it. We'll find another route.
Oh, that's not good. He's so stubborn.
Stop! Stop!
Uh-oh.
One way of doing it.
Oh, they got to the other side.
I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. When you have power like this, never apologize.
Wrong lessons, Yen. Wrong lessons. She's bleeding through her eyes. How did the horses get there? Oh. Bad influence.
No, no, I said I would call you when she was ready.
I need to know everything about the girl.
Oh, Jesus.
Now.
You told him. This knowledge, it cannot be ours alone. There is too much at stake.
I do not trust this. I do not trust Wilgeforce.
Triss.
Can't trust anyone. I know to say I think she's doing the right thing, but this guy is not trustworthy.
This isn't a game, Tisea. If what she says is true, this child has the potential to end all war forever.
How? Power doesn't seem to be about ending wars. It's about ending everything, it seems.
Because I made a promise to Triss, and I will not continue to put my girls at risk unnecessarily.
I wouldn't ask you to if it wasn't necessary!
You're too good for this world to say I
have
don't
always
trust him.
Considered you my equal partner.
Do not trust him.
I wish I could prove to you that I'm worthy of the same.
How, when you keep doing things that prove that you are unworthy? She told you to wait, you burst in regardless, and then you yell at her for it.
You dare show your face here. The Alliance of the Conclave and attacking us at Sodden.
My portal has no doubt set off alarms. I don't have much time.
So get on with it.
What does that mean? And he's thinking like a politician regardless.
You are my blood. And that is a bond that is stronger than all
Same
others.
thing that Francesca said. Does that really mean anything at the end of the day? I don't think blood is what creates an unbreakable bond.
Just a once will you give it?
I should have stood up for you that night at ball in Aretusa. I'm sorry. To return,
I don't see how you'd convince
plead your
anyone
case.
that her coming back would be a good thing.
There are
when
those
she
who are
helped to
obsessed with
slaughter
finding
so many
power, and
other
there are those who
mages.
know their place. You know which one
Doubtful.
you are, thank gods. You wouldn't have come back here if you didn't.
So she has to come back and grovel Like the witch said, everyone
I'd
wants to
try
take
find out
something.
This disaster and reset the table. If her head's still on her shoulders by morning, I'll be shocked.
Someone needs to make an example of this guy. I mean, Kahir, if you're saying that you're a strong leader, you need to deal with this guy. Uh-oh.
I have so much resentment for my elders. Where else could I have learnt the paralytic qualities of Nightshade? Or how to mask it in a glass of mead?
I don't blame Fringilla at this point. I mean, they're planning to have her killed, so... I don't trust her uncle either, especially not what he's asking of her.
Vengerberg.
She tried. I can legitimately say she
the
tried.
city aid into which I was entitled, and that taught me. Whenever a lesson like this, what is yours take it.
She's giving the witch what she wants, but I can't blame Fringilla. And what will happen here? I mean, even if you do kill Kahir, if Emir is on his way,
Never.
you're just gonna have a war.
Would much rather put this knife in my own eye and end it all. Emir needs to hear of the treachery I just uncovered. And he needs the general that he trusts most. So when he
Won't kill
arrives
him.
tomorrow.
I have newfound respect for Fringilla. The witch that seems to be benefiting from all of this. I'm curious to know about.
I was wrong.
What about Yennefer?
She's had Ciri. I may just have to kill her.
Oh no, well, yeah, obviously
Doubtful.
we're gonna kill her. We're definitely gonna kill her. I just haven't found
Very
a
doubtful he will.
jabbing stick yet. But what if she's changed too?
How can it look the same? Everyone I've known is gone.
Oh, they're back at the monolith. Now, hopefully she's beginning to realize what she's about to turn over.
Seize your destiny. Deliver me to the shattered black door.
See, the thing is, for someone who keeps telling, especially she was preaching to Fringilla and saying, you know, you should be ambitious and not be following others and act on your own accord and your own will. She seems to be following quite willingly here.
That door mustn't be open. You know that.
Yes, you did.
So sorry, Siri.
Oh.
Don't go. I didn't know who you were.
He's not there. She lied.
Never was. You have to come with me. Now.
Tough to trust you now. Oh, this is gonna raise a red flag. I'm here, guys. I'm here.
Get to the horses now.
How'd they get here so fast? It's like, sound the alarm. They're already on the ground. How did these men get here so quickly? Oh! I didn't know the dwarves were going with him. Don't trust you quite yet.
How could do this?
I'm so sorry.
Yarpin and his men will get you out of here. Yes, yeah. Take it to Camorn.
Where is he going? Oh, right, the witch. Yun's coming with me, though.
Behold the mother of forests. Deathless mother. Turn you back to the forest.
If it took the first Witchers to trap her, I don't know how a girl is gonna do this on his own. Uh-oh. Ah. Is this Fringula's doing or is it Kahir? She's having a good time.
She's gone.
Where'd she go? Okay.
It's always.
Ah, the child.
Unless.
What?
Unless she's had her fill of pain and desperation.
Yeah. And killing the child was the final thing to free her. But what did she want with Ciri, though? This is not Grace. Oh, Yennefer, what have you done? What have you done? I forget the name of this witch, but I'm just gonna call her the Baba Yaga because that's what I know her to be. But she's finally gotten her fill, apparently, of suffering and pain. And I gather that, I mean, Francesca's lost there. It's sad, but I mean, it's clearly she only gave her the child so she could have it taken away and have her fill of pain and suffering in that respect. They all played into her hand. They all played into her hand. Yeah. But I have to say, smart play by the witch. You know, smart play and true to form. Again, that's what these monsters do. And I take no joy in the suffering of the characters, but the way in which humans keep falling for a lot of these, you know, manipulations, it's a tale as old as time, you know. It's a tale as old as time. They keep doing it, but at the same time, bravo to Fringilla. Bravo to Fringilla. I have newfound respect for her, despite the witch getting what she needed. Fringilla made some power moves this episode. I don't think it's gonna work out the way she hopes, especially if Emir shows up. Who knows? Perhaps she'll still remain by his side. Again, from playing the games. Yeah, we'll see how things work out. I don't want to say too much, but at the same time, you know, what she did here in the room, you know, established that, you know, she's there for a reason. She's a mage to be feared. I hope she didn't take her father's offer, or not father, her uncle's offer. And since she came back, I imagine maybe I imagine she didn't. And she said she may need to leave Nilfgaard, but it seemed as though she came up with another plan, just to silence the naysayers and, you know, maybe get what she wants. But I do have to wonder whether she's the one that actually killed the child, because it does solve a lot of her problems, which is, you know, the elves were going back on their word and saying, you know, they now have the child, so they're going to focus on repopulating. So taking away the one thing that they wanted could solve a problem, or it could make it worse, because if they feel as though this was done by you know, the White Flame or the Nilfgaardians, then, you know, what's to stop her? You know, what's to stop the elves from turning on them? No, I don't see them aligning themselves with Nilfgaard at this point. So all I see happening now is just pure chaos. You know, it's just pure chaos. I'm still not clear on what the witch's obsession with Ciri is here. If she was, you know, locked away by the first Witchers. This would have been before Ciri was born or any of that, unless she had some connection with maybe Pavetta or Pavetta's mother or something like that. The elf that gave birth to the child. So I'm not quite clear what her connection is or what she wants from Ciri, if she has a connection to the Wild Hunt. But I guess we'll see in the next episode. At the end, I mean, Yennefer didn't hand her over, but only because she was found out. She was. She only had a change of heart when Ciri found out the truth. I mean, she said she didn't know who she was and all of that, but even regardless of that, you still be handing over a child to this demon who clearly has some ill intent. None of that is okay, Yennefer. None of it is okay. And listen, as I said, I love Yennefer, but she keeps making horrible choices. And Geralt is in the right for not trusting her at the moment. And I know they're gonna mend fences, and she'll probably prove herself worthy of his trust again. But that was not cool. Of course, things are boiling in the background with Dijkstra and Redania, who are trying to make a move on Sintra, but they've lost their spine now. And I think Dijkstra I don't think he's afraid of this king. He's the little finger of this universe, essentially. So he has a plan, even if the king decides to somehow turn on him. And this king is a dick, because Dijkstra saved his ass. Mark you, Dijkstra only saved him to serve his own purposes, but he saved his life from being poisoned before, because he's clearly a bad king. What reason does he have to go to war except to claim more territory? But Dijkstra has his own plans. The Brotherhood, who they were trying to distract with the whole baby thing, didn't work. But at the same time, who my favorite character in this series is so far? It's Tissaia. She's too good for this world. She's too good for all these characters. Even though she tries to be a cold, calculating character, she clearly cares too much and keeps getting betrayed by the people that she lets her guard down for. Vilgeforth, Yennefer, I feel for Tissaia, and I definitely don't trust Vilgeforth. Certainly don't. I don't trust the Brotherhood for that matter. Everyone has an agenda. So at this moment, I respect Fringilla's decision to not choose either side, but focus on herself and maintaining her power. So she doesn't have to return to groveling and crawling back to the Brotherhood or ending up in a dungeon somewhere. I can't blame her. So I'm quite enjoying Fringilla this season, and I'm looking forward to see how the season wraps up. But so far, I'm enjoying this season a lot more than I did season 1. The writing is better than it was in season 1. The relationships and the motivations behind each character and what they do is better than season 1. So I'm enjoying this so far, and I can't wait to see how they close this season. Alright guys, be sure to post down below, let me know what your thoughts are on this episode of The Witcher. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you with the finale.